Dale here from Dale's Rigging and Crane Tips. A 2020 yo-yo. I love the yo-yos on all the comments. And then I was driving down the street back where I live in Perth, and getting out to go to the supermarket to get the baby some food. And I hear this yell up, a 2020 yo-yo! And it was one of my mates who watches the channel. I was just laughing. So 2020 yo-yo. Now on today's episode, I had someone ask me, and I've been meaning to do it for ages, and I don't know why I haven't, but Liebherr Bottom Cab. I'm not going to do the Bluetooth joystick, I'm not going to do the top cab, just a bottom cab today, nice and easy, and very basic, okay? I'm not going to go through technicals or anything like that, just very basic run through. So if you can't read and you don't know how to read an operator's manual, you're a bit dyslexic, reading's not for you, this video will help you. If you just want a refresher, maybe you're going for a VOC, this video's for you. If you can read the blooming operator's manual and learn, but if this is for you, you just want a refresher, maybe you haven't got an operator's manual to have a look at, this is for you. Very basic. Hit me up in the comments if I get something wrong. But without further ado, here's the Liebherr. Now we'll probably start from here. Look, we've got your indicators, you've got your window wipers, you got your horn there, all self-explanatory. Alright, here we'll just explain it, very basic. You got your fuel, you got your temperature, you got your oil, you also got your battery levels here, then all your air tanks. These got to be green or else you can't go. Then you got your AdBlue. Alright, very basic. Now down here, you've got your retarder brakes. It's not exhaust brakes, it's retarder brakes. And if you're ever going down a hill, you've got like 4 stages or 5 stages that you can pull it down. And that pulls you up really good. So you don't have to be on the brakes hardcore and smashing your brakes, alright? So it's really good, that. Now, in the older Liebherrs, if this is down just one click, you won't be able to accelerate. You won't be able to accelerate forward. It will not drive. And so it's a little trick that an older operator will pull on you, and you'll be in the workshop going, why can't this crane drive? It's because this is click down one click, bruv. They've pulled a trick on you. In these new Liebherrs, you can accelerate through it. Alright, you can accelerate through it. So that's always handy. Alright, so that's handy to know, especially in the older ones. Alright. Now, I'm not going to go through the Bluetooth joystick, but that's your Ks, bottom cab, top cab, and then your kilometers. Alright. Now, handbrake here, guys. Over there's your isolators. Then over here, you've got a few of the cameras, squidgies. Got your ciggies, bro. A few ciggies on the way, bruv. No ciggies in here though. And then you're on and off. I've just turned it on. Make sure you let the computer warm up before you turn the ignition. Always good. It's a bit of manners in a crane. I always let my computer load, and then once it's loaded, I turn the ignition. All right. So Liebherrs, great crane. They've never changed the way that a bottom cab of a Liebherr has. Never has. They made up their mind. They know what they want, and they've never changed it. Unless you're in like a 1990 that I've driven before, and it's completely different. It's crazy. You had to smash this lever forward to get the PTO going, and then turn it back on, turn it off, smash it. Yeah. So we're not about that. Everything in a Liebherr down the bottom is the same as all the others, except a few extra buttons, here and there. Alright. Then you've got your pressures down here, pressure gauges, alright? And that's for your suspension when you're traveling with counterweight. Alright? Okay, so we'll start at this first square here. Alright, you got neutral, drive, reverse. Pretty simple. Then you've got turtle. I use turtle when I'm traveling with counterweight. So I push turtle on, so it's in the lower gears. And then you've got manual gears. So if I hold the brake here, I put it in drive. Alright, you push manual gears and you can go up and down on the gears. See, it's on 2, I'll push up and it goes to 3. I'll push down and it goes to 2. So you can change the gears manually. You can also change the gears with this lever too. Up, 3, 4, and then down 2, down to 1. Alright, so we come back here, we turn that off and back to neutral. Alright, so that's pretty cool. Manual and auto. Alright, get down here. Alright, turtle up and down. I'm not going to go into that. Information. Not going to go into that. Very basic. P1 changes your lighting. So if you want highlighter or if you want dull, P1 does that. Boom. Alright. Now, all of these buttons here have got a grey like snake through them down to this hand. You know what that means, bruv? That means you can't push any of these without this one pushed at the same time. Alright? It's a safety protection. Alright? Now, up here, you got PTO. Never touch that. You don't need to. On the old ones, on my old 250, I'd still have to put the PTO in. But all the new ones, I'm not sure what that button does anymore. But I don't touch it. So if old mate Dale doesn't touch it, you don't touch it. If you want to look up what that does now, look it up. But like I said, very basic. So what you need to know here, these are your suspension. Front suspension, up, down. Back suspension, up, down. Alright? So whatever suspension you want to get at the end of the day, that's how you control it. Now, when you set the crane up and you're operating it, the suspension needs to be locked. That button there is locked suspension. How you know the suspension locked is because the green button comes up. Alright? The green button comes up, it's locked. To unlock it, press that and it unlocks itself. This green button here, very important. Before you take off after a job or in the morning before you take off, this button levels your crane for road travel. And so how you know it's level is, I'll see if I can get it with one hand, is you hold it down with the hand, and once all those lights are lighting up unanimously, once all those lights are lighting up unanimously like they were, that means it's level and it's ready for road travel. Also, this one here, your suspension lock needs to be off for road travel. Alright, so that shouldn't be on. These are all your steering modes. I don't use them unless I really have to, you know. Don't use them to look cool, because you'll get yourself into trouble. Only use them if you have to. Down here's all your diff locks. Alright, down here's all your diff locks. Only use one at a time. If one gets you out, that's good. Take it back off. If one doesn't get you out, put the second one on. Put the third one on. Or so on. Have a look at that in the operator's manual. Alright, make sure you know what you're doing. Now this button here is if you want to control the steering yourself. So you lock that in, and then left or right you control the back steering. Again, I never use it. You can use it if, like, since I'm in mines and we've got big huge roads, I never use any of these because I don't have to. But when I used to work in the city, I would use these a lot to get into tight spaces. But my advice, don't use it if you don't have to. Now, down the bottom, you've got your lights and your air cons, alright? Whenever I hop in one of these levers and I'm ready to travel, I push these three here and they get you going. That's all your lights you need for travel, alright? But you chuck on whatever lights you want, bruv. Then you've got your air cons, up and down, your fans. So you push up on the temperature, 1, 2, 3, down on the temperature for cold, up on the fan level, down on the fan for none of that. So there we have it. You know, your air con there, you push that, and that's it, guys. Alright? So that will get you out of trouble. That will stop you from guessing. Alright? So all good, bruvs. Hope you like that video. Gets you out of trouble. And yeah. So Anyway, yeah, so I'm about 4 days into my swing, man, and we've been flat out. So, yeah, man, just having a fivesies. So, all good, guys. Like these videos. Subscribe here. Dale's Marine and Crane Tips. A 2020. A yo.